to everyone. Welcome to another live from Great Brick Lab. I am Chris. What we do here on our lives are we kind of share information about how to run operations or do operations at a Lego store. This is your first time here, welcome. Hello, Super Bricks. Good afternoon to you. Good morning for us. Thank you so much for being here. Today we have some bulk that's already started going through. I kind of got a late start today, so we'll just run with it. Got coffee and oatmeal already going this morning. And if you are new here and you have seen some of our content, we do have a members only portion of our site or our channel. And that members only portion is going to be going into the cross section of where my personal life intersects with the Lego store life. The members only part will also cover the robotics journey that I'm about to go on this next year. And that's going to be great. I have a strong feeling that by the end of 2025, we'll definitely have some level of operational automation through robotics doing sorting work or I don't know, picking work, something. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to end up. So, yeah. So right now I'm already getting into it. Steve is over there unboxing some bulk. And we really like the bulk where it came from. So I'm planning on purchasing some more. So we'll do that right now. If there's any available, it came from where did it come from? Brooklyn Park. All right, so Brooklyn Park has got some good way of doing their bulk. They're leaving bits in there for us, so we really like that kind of stuff. And I'm getting nothing back on my search. So, oh wait, finally, 40. Okay, so let's get in here and quick bid on this. I'm just gonna bid on. Okay, I got it. I had some red on there, made me think I didn't get it, but that's weird. I'm gonna bid on all these real quick. I'm just gonna get it processed real quick. I just don't like the way that page refreshes. It just refreshes in a bad way. So sorry that you got to watch me do this, but I need to get this done so that we can move on. Morning, Super Bricks. It's going well. We are having a great morning so far. I do have some people coming in this morning to do drop off. Most likely when those people come, I'll be taking a break, and I have maybe cause to take a couple of other breaks this morning. So you'll probably get to see some of my mid-roll type stuff so that I can get my break in. But that's just what's going to happen. Okay. And looks like I'm buying a ton of these. Oh. I hear a garbage truck out there. Is today Monday? Why is there a garbage truck out there today? Oh no. An excavator. What are they working on today? Well, nice big garbage truck. Recycling is supposed to be picked up every week this week from now on, so we probably should have that ready for tomorrow. The warehouse is in an industrial/residential area. So fun place to work and live, I suppose. If you guys have bid on any of these and I'm bidding you out, good morning, Joe Van Norman. I do apologize for bidding you out. I'm not even paying attention to anything. Anytime, Steve, just for you. Hey, Steve. Can we weigh one of these boxes?
They're not. They don't have as much as they had in them.
If I put this and this and this and this back on there, was that what was in this one?
All this came out of here.
Okay, that came out of this one. So this came out of this one?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, okay. So if I put this over here. Yeah, that's exactly what they said it was going to be. They try and shoot for 24 pounds at that location, it seems. All right, buying the rest of it. How do I know I got one? I don't know. It's going to take me time here. Oh my gosh, why is this page always refresh and go back to the top? Stop doing that. All right, if I right click here and I say open a new window and the pop-up got blocked. There's just no good way to do this. Maybe it's better for my phone on the app. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Why would the page refresh and go back to the top? Code on this page needs a lot of work. It's just frustrating. I guess the reason it is frustrating is because, you become accustomed to the experience of not having this kind of happen that way. Maybe if I do it like this, how many do I have? Oh my gosh. Okay, the page goes on for a while, so I am not going to finish this. I can do it later. What else do I have this morning? Oh, I have labels to make. So we're going to make labels for drawers. I'm going to show you where we're making labels at today. All right, so the labels we need to make today, the team has processed this. This was an empty column to begin with, and so was this one when we did the remodel, when we jumped the gap. So the last two, this column here and that column there, were just remodeled. Those are the last two, and then so we're officially done making the new walls. Let me back up a little bit here so you can kind of see. And so they relabeled everything, except for the new. The new has not been relabeled. The design of our drawers, numbering or the barcoding on our drawers allows us for having this to remain the same. And then you start off with A and you go down the corner and you're still in A, and then you go a little halfway through here through B, then C, then the wall in the back is D. Then this entire row is E. The plan was to actually make this A and B, but we kind of goofed up our system a little bit. But because of the flexibility of the barcoding, we were actually able to just make it work. So E is not disruptive to the picking process. But if you're looking for B, you know that you're halfway through here. If you're looking for C, you're halfway through there. That was kind of the design. Well, that's what's going to happen here with F. So we got F, 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 and then we'll switch to G here, and then H will be on the back wall. But today, they want labels for these two additional columns. I think he actually gave me labels for the back. Now, the bottom ones here, I'm not actually going to make labels for. I'm not going to do that. I want to pull those off and make those the big ones, because those big ones, because they're at a lower angle, they get a label on the top there, so you don't have to see the whole thing in order to know where you're going. And everything in this row on the bottom is those big drawers. The same with this, the same with that. Yeah, I can see that going on all these. Here, it's kind of iffy. And over here, we got a little few mistakes that we made on that as well. But I'm going to have maintenance. This one's going to be one that has already been labeled, so I'll just leave that alone since the work's done. But all of that row down there, I just bought 17 of the 24 cabinet ones like this. And so all of the ones on the bottom there, all of these bottom ones, and then those 3, 4 there, 5 there, and then all those will be pulled off and put up on here, and then we should have enough for the entire store. So those were purchased this morning before I started the live. So time to get into the labels. So with labels, I need to put into the printer the drawer labels, blank sheets. I'll be making labels for a lot this morning. So, but that's what we do in our lives. We really just, because I can be productive and do work while I'm doing these lives, that's what you guys get to participate in seeing. So it's like working here in the store, working very close to me the entire time I are at the store. Okay, so we'll let's see. There's 2 steps to making the labels. And I think this will probably be the first time I've actually ever made labels and then had an opportunity to show it to anybody. Okay, so let me get my desktop set up here. Let me make sure that I don't have any financial windows open. Actually, let me just close everything. Save, discard, close Discord. Okay, they're all, close this. Okay, so all my windows are closed. And I'm going to start with a fresh couple of windows. Maybe. Okay, so close, the window, close. All right, so we use a combination of Google Sheets along with Avery label maker. And I'll share my desktop as soon as I get everything kind of personally closed. And that one is actually real financial data there, so we don't want to show that. What is this one? Okay, it's gone. Good. All right. So I've talked about it before, but I'll mention it again. The labels that we use are a grid. Each cabinet is a number and sequence that is grid designed. So what we're going to do, so on my sheet here, I've got a piece of paper here, and it's very small handwriting, but it's F17W, which would be F0017W, lowercase f, and it's 64 drawers. So we've got, how many was 64? 1, 2, 3 was 64. Okay. So 1, 64, 2, 3. So I'm going to make the 64 ones first. Okay. So there is an Excel spreadsheet for the 64 drawers. And all I need to do is update this part right here. So that says 17. And then it updates the rest of the columns there. And it's a W. So I change this to a W. All right. And then I just do file, download as Excel. And then, so now I've got the F17 file. Now I need to do, so F17 is done. So I can, I'm going to put a little star at the back of that. The next 64 is F25W. Download that. Okay. And then F29E. So 9. E, and then download that. Okay, now I'm going to print. So I'll do all the 64s, then I'll do the 44s, then I'll do 24s. Yeah. No, we don't use the Avery labels. I'll show you what we use. Well, we just use 8.5, 11 sheets that are labels cut in two. So, no, maybe it'd be better to show you and tell you. Okay, so this. Okay, so this label is 8.5 by 11, and it's just cut in half. So there's only two labels. That's all it is. So we do use so we use the Avery label making software, but we then cut the labels to fit our drawers. And I'll show you so let me go to the next step here, and that maybe this will help explain it. Okay, so here's the Avery software. If I go to my projects, okay, so in the projects here, I'm on 64s, right? So we open up project 64. Yep. Okay, so project 64, here is, you can see here that we're using, I don't know what Avery sheet this is, 8160 template. So we're using the 8160 template, but then we cut out of the 8160 template. We cut those out manually because I print actually over the borders of the 8160. I think I have 8160s around somewhere, but there's no reason to buy those labels. It's just easy to peel and cut. So I need to select this, can do Control All, and then import data, replace spreadsheet, browse, go to my downloads. Okay, so here's the 64s. So we're going to start with this one. Next. Maybe. Back. Okay. Double click on this. Give a couple backspaces. I've been doing this long enough that it's just kind of like a flow to it. Sometimes I get it wrong, but so we got the barcode now selected. So we do edit barcode, drag up the barcode, and you have to do that every time. Oh, and I forgot to copy. So I'm gonna do a Control Z on that. I need to copy this code width, copy that, edit barcode, drag that up, because every time I put that in there, it changes the barcode size. Okay, so now we've got a sheet. So now I do print preview, and I get the warnings. It says I'm going to print over the edges of the labels, but it trims it down anyways. I save this. No, I don't need to save the project. I just need to print the project. Okay, so there's the labels. Now, when I go to print, in order to get it to fit on those pages, you have to do 2 pages per sheet. And we're going to go to the default size and we print. And now the 64 is print. It was one time I was making labels and I was on my like 10th print and the printer wasn't even working. I had to redo all my work. It was horrible. We have a thermal printer for shipping labels. Yes. Yes, I like the half sheet labels, Joe, because I can print in color and I like to have a good presentation for our customers receiving the box and the unboxing experience. That's important to us and the way we market that. It's important, but I don't spend a lot of budget on it. I've actually thought about having custom printed boxes, but I can't find anybody who can do a custom printed box for like less than $1 per box. Actually, more like $1 to $2 per box. Plus, I don't have like a professional marketing team working on the design and the logos and that look of that box. I don't think it adds enough to the unboxing experience to do that level of that. But yes, the thermal labels are satisfactory for us. And now it's time to check to make sure that this worked. And it did. I got labels here. And so number one is done. So we can close that. Then we go to edit my design, and we just continue to move forward. Just kind of select this. Oh my gosh, no, redo. Okay, Control All, import, replace, browse, and then as I'm going along, I'll delete the one that I just did, and then get this one imported, and just kind of get into that flow of doing these. And sometimes that flow, you get into a flow and you realize your work you have been doing has been wasted. Because sometimes I'll miss changing it from an E to a W, or I won't check my work, but so far it looks like we're okay. You use thermal labels for, you use thermal labels for drawer printing labels. I experimented with that, Joe. I understand your question now. Thank you for stating it that way. I have experimented with that. I had a challenge with the thermal lasting as long as we needed it to last, and also the stickiness of the label. We were getting a peel off from the thermal from the drawers. We were getting it was starting to peel off. So we had to go back to these. I did experiment with the thermal, and the thermal is great because it just spits it out so fast, and I got tons of labels and they're cheap. But so definitely experimented with that. But I kind of stopped doing it because of those reasons. All right, we're on to the last one for the 64s. Oh, missed it. I got clicked too many times. All right, edit barcode. Yeah, edit barcode. I should still have that size pasted in there. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're good. F29E. Oh, I didn't. Star F29E is done. So actually, we've done F29E, F25W, and F17W. And then we've got 44 there, 44 there, 40. So we've only got 1, 2, 3 40s, and the rest are 24s. So we'll fly to the 24s. All right. And last of the 64s, set to double pages. Yeah, the only thing about the 64s that's kind of regrettable is that you get this entire blank sheet like this. So here's the first page within the second page, but it's okay. It's just casualties of operations around here. Okay, so here is F25W, and then now what is this? F29E. Okay, now we go make, we go and we make, what do we do? We do the 40s, okay. So we can close this. We can clean up our download folder. Don't think I did that last time. Oh no, I did. Okay, so there that's cleaned up. Okay, now where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to spreadsheets. We need to open up, it's actually 44. It's written on here as 40, but they're 44s. Okay, so F60, no, I'm on 40s. F24E. All right, it's already on E, so we can download And then I need F30E. I hope that he got it right because I'm not double checking his work today, that he wrote this down correctly. And then we need F40E. What's that? E. F40, no, not 40. I'm getting there confused. 32E. What was that last one I made? 40 is the number of drawers you wrote down. So F30, I did, all right, so 30, okay, yeah, 30, 32, or 30, 32, and 24E, all E's. All right, so now we come over here and we open up our 44 project. Like I said, this channel is all focused on me being productive while being on live. So there's a couple things on my desk right here. I think, yeah, they had to take apart a Qui-Gon Jinn to help fix a customer order. These are bits that a customer had me add to their order with Bricker and then realized that they had to pay for them. And when they found out they had to pay for them, they didn't want them, so I took them out. All right, what am I on? I'm on 24E. All right, so we're going to substitute, or we're going to import a new sheet. F24E, yep, that's what I'm expecting. It's funny. So my team, they will use scissors to precisely cut the size of the labels because the labels look like this. So there's 3 across. So you basically take this sheet in half and then you can do all the cutting. Well, I was all about the productivity and efficiency of this whole thing. And I was tearing them. I was cutting the rows all the way. Oh, I might need to take care of this. There's somebody coming here, so I'll be on. I'm going to go to the mid. Okay, and we're back. So that was just an employee coming in for work. They've been off for a week, and now they're back. All right. Did I lose focus on this? F24E is where I'm at. Oh, I got my notes right in front of me. Yeah. All that. And I forgot what I was talking about too. So, oh, I know what it was. I was tearing out, so cutting across all the way across the row and then tearing off as I go along. And they're like, "Yeah, we don't like that you tear that." And I'm like, "What's the difference? Instead of having it cut in the middle, it's just easier for me to just tear it and not have to use that much scissors." They said, "We really don't want you doing labels anymore." And I'm like, "As long as you guys do all the labels, that's actually okay with me." All right. Print. This one won't use, it won't waste as much paper. It'll look like that. So it's less waste, but there's also a whole 20 less drawers. So okay, that was sent to the printer. Good. We move on to the next one. Okay. I thought about buying more quicker computers, but sometimes I've gone into the endeavor of upgrading our equipment with new computers or whatnot. And the upgrades actually create more issues than they solve. So 24 is done, and now we're on 30. Copy that, make sure I got it. Yep, label printing day. I'm at my desk sitting down a little bit longer than normal. Continue anyways. Preview print. Do not save. Don't care. I think I saved that last one. Oh, big deal. Okay, that one's sent. Let's go check to see if this last one printed. Okay. Yep, single sheet. Okay. And we can close these. And we got one more 40. So that was 24. 30's on the printer, and 32 is what I'm looking for. And I got 32. Just what I expect. Very good. Edit, drag, paste. Yep. Continue. All right. And then after this, we're going to do quite a few 24s. Quite a few. And I am going to finish this on the live. So I'm sorry if this is kind of boring. You know what? I'll take a mild break and I'll show you what was in those boxes of bulk that just showed up. Let me make sure these printed just fine. So this should be 30. And is the printer error printing? The printer, why couldn't it print? Oh, no, it is printing. It doesn't know where the ink levels are at. All right, 32. Was that what I was expecting? Yes, it is. All right, Steve was telling me today that there was actually some pretty good bulk in here. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, sun damage. Well, there's more to see here. How old is this old set? Oh, no, this is not an old set. This is a 25th anniversary set. Architecture in here, I can see truck. Stuff that's partially put together. Base plate that's not been damaged. That's nice. This stuff actually should go in the wash. This is pretty dusty stuff. I might. That's not a Lego. I am going to buy more of this from these people, even though this is not as one is not as nice as the other one. But because of this, because of how they're leaving the bulk in there, and I guarantee there's more figs in here that didn't get found, then we like the non-screen stuff, because then your chances of finding a fig that's worth over $100 is pretty high. Pretty high. So this is going to be a giveaway. See how the horse is damaged. So we'll put this up here and we'll put it as a display piece for a bit. Okay, so what is our run time so far? About 40 minutes, is that right? Well, I don't know that we need to continue to show labels. Coming up this week, I will have another vlog. Some of my updated equipment for the members only vlog is I'm updating it. I'm actually changing out some things, and I need to send some things back. There was a newer version of the gimbal that I wanted to get my hands on. And so I'm going to update that version. some of the other equipment I bought isn't really going to work out. But if you are a member, you've been seeing those vlogs. Yeah, so cool. And I do also owe the members an update on the robotics. I'm getting ready to get my second message out to Generalist AI. So if you want to become a member and see those updates, you'll need to come over to the other side. But I need to finish these labels, and I'm going to end this stream for today. So thank you for joining. Appreciate your comments and feedback. And if you're new here, I really appreciate, tell me how you found us and what you're enjoying about it. But today we are